I'm going to start recording. Good morning. And today we are joined by Spanky from Tru Leaf, Virginia Cigar Lounge. So the first thing I want to know is what made you want to open a cigar lounge?
Well, I went out of town with some friends to Baltimore, and we were going out for the evening. She told me, "Look, we going out. We're gonna have some good time." So I get dressed. I'm grabbing my money. I go out. So she's ready. I'm ready. We get in the car. She stops at the ABC store.
Mhm.
We buy some alcohol for us. She gets wine. I get a bottle of liquor. We go to this, and I'm thinking, if we're going out, why are we buying drinks? So
Right.
we stop at this cigar lounge. She was like, "Don't worry about it. I got you." We stop at this cigar lounge. They charge us a little small fee. And it was just a cool atmosphere. It was very grown, very sexy. I mean, it was just a good time. I mean, when we got there was a couple of different couples spread out throughout the venue. But by the end of the night, all of us are sitting in one big circle. All of us are laughing and talking. And I just thought, wow, this would be something great to bring to Norfolk, Virginia.
Wow. So, and how long ago was that?
That was probably about 4 years ago.
Mhm.
March 15th, which is this coming Friday, is my third year with my doors open. So it took me about
Wow.
a year to get my plan together, but now I got it together and we're rocking.
So you did this right in the middle of the pandemic.
Right after the pandemic, actually, I actually got the keys to my building December of 2021.
Wow.
And by March of 2022, we were open.
Wow. Well, congratulations. So do you have something huge or a big celebration that you're going to do to celebrate 3 years?
We're definitely we're gonna have a food truck outside. I don't actually sell any food, but we are gonna have a food truck. We are gonna have a DJ come in. So we are gonna put on a really nice celebration this coming Friday here at the lounge.
Now, I noticed that your space is huge. Like I mean, just looking at the pictures, it seems like it's a very large open space. Did you foresee that you wanted something so large for your cigar lounge?
Well, I didn't want to be like your father's cigar lounge. That it's super smoky in there, and it's just that smoke cloud hanging over. So I did want a little bit bigger space. We have about 60 seats in there. We have 28 couches, so it's about 56 seats that we sit down in comfortably in the lounge. Did I imagine it was going to turn into this? I didn't. It actually worked out, and we use it as an event space as well. We've done birthday parties, we do promotions. If you go to my Instagram page, you'll see we love to shine the light. It seems like everybody started doing the shine the light after us, but
Mhm.
I won't, I won't take credit for it because it's somebody else's thing. But yeah, we definitely do a lot of events here, 60, 70, 80 people in the building. We've had a live jazz band and everything.
And I also noticed that you do like like seminar type things. I don't want to say seminars, but I can't really think of the word I want to use.
Right. We have brought in some people. I do like education. I'm an education guy, so I like to get the knowledge. You're right. We have brought in some people, a financial guy to talk about people budgeting and helping them with their finances. I've had a realtor in here who talked about trying to buy your first home, what things you need to be looking for, what things you need to be on the lookout for, basically, in order to be able to qualify and get that first home. So we have done that as well.
And I noticed on one of your videos that you were cleaning. So you are really hands-on with your lounge. Like you're not leaving it up to everyone else to do.
Yes, ma'am. I do love cleanliness is my thing. I'm not necessarily OCD,
Mhm.
but I do like clean, and that's what we do. We try to keep our lounge as clean as possible. Our bathrooms are clean and amazing. We don't even have signs on the door for men and women because
Mhm.
both of the bathrooms are clean. They're both unisex. A woman can use either one of our bathrooms, and it works out
Oh,
perfect.
now see, that's a plus. Why don't more
Yes, ma'am.
people do that? Like, was that something that you did on purpose, Or did you have ladies feedback like, it's going to be a lot of ladies and there's always a line?
Well, I did have a few ladies that, they were giving me some tips and things. That's part of the reason why we also offer hookah as well. Because some ladies don't want to smoke a cigar. I mean, of course, you can get it. Sometimes you can get them to smoke a Tatiana or a Fat Bottom Betty or something to that nature. But there's sometimes a lady doesn't want to smoke a cigar. So we started to offer hookah as well. So that's why we offer cigar and hookah. So yeah, we definitely take care of the ladies here in the Cigar Lounge.
So what was the hardest thing that you learned in the process of opening up your cigar lounge?
One of the biggest things that I had to contend with was finding the right accountant. You have to have a good accountant to help you with the taxes and everything that has to be paid, managing payroll. Just trying to get those things in order are normally were my biggest hills to climb, because we were trying to, I had my idea of what a business was, but having never been in business before, I had to take those lumps and learn those lessons.
So is this your full-time job, or are you holding down a 9 to 5 and this cigar lounge?
Well, the young lady who helped me with this lounge, she came up with the word called a corporatepreneur. So I'm actually a corporatepreneur. I do work for the electric company here in Virginia, Dominion Energy. I work for them full time. And then when I'm not there, I'm here. So
Wow.
I work about 70, 75 hours a week altogether.
That's like having a newborn.
This is my baby. I will say that. And it's hard to leave your baby with someone else. So
that is
why
true.
I'm here all the time. I'm always here cleaning. I'm always here every day after 5 o'clock. I'm here Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays. I'm normally here all day as well.
So are you 7 days a week? Is the lounge open 7 days a week?
7 days a week, 11:30 a.m. to 8 on Sundays, 11:30 to 9, Monday through Thursday. And then on Friday and Saturday, we close at 11.
Wow. Now, let me ask you, because a lot of lounges here in Maryland, they have about the same hours, but they go much later. They're like 12, 1 o'clock at night. Now, is there a reason for you to close early? I'm not mad at the closing early. I'm not going to lie, because once you get past 50, that we getting ready for bed anyway at 11:30. So was there a conscious decision to make it those hours? Or were you going by the businesses around you?
Well, in the area that I'm in, I'm right next to Norfolk Naval Base, NOB Naval Base, here on Hampton Boulevard. Most of the businesses on this street, by 11 o'clock, they are closed. So I didn't want to be open till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. All of a sudden, I'm some sort of spectacle. And now I got all this trouble and traffic coming here, and it looks bad. So I did decide to close at 11, but there are nights, and I do want to say for the record, the hours on my door are the hours that we go by if there's nothing going on. Now, if we're having a great party, we're having a good time in here, we've been open till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning in here, but our door says that we close at 11. But if it's a good party, we're having a great time, of course.
So let me ask you about the process, because I know Virginia is different from Maryland, whereas you all have the ABC board, and I don't know how you all do your whole distribution for cigars, because here in Maryland, we can do that basically on our own, right? But you have that entity that you have to go through. So is that like a hard process to do in Virginia?
Unfortunately, it is a terrible process here in Virginia with the ABC board. I don't actually have a liquor license, so I don't sell or serve any liquor inside the lounge. Because of me not having a liquor license, they wanted me to sell $4,000 worth of food and have a non-smoking section in my cigar lounge.
What?
To try to get a liquor license. So
that doesn't even make sense. How are you going to have a non-smoking section in a cigar lounge?
That's what I asked the young lady, and then she said that was the major thing, was I had to have a non-smoking section in a cigar lounge, but you have to serve food. in order to serve food, you have to have a non-smoking section where people can come in and just buy food. And I tried to
Wow.
explain to the lady, that's not my primary business. My primary
Right.
business is selling cigars and selling hookah. So
Wow.
at this time, right.
So now, can people bring in their own alcohol?
Unfortunately, I can't allow you to bring in your own alcohol.
Hmm.
Of course, I know some people come in with those cups. We don't sell food, so I do definitely allow people to bring in food and beverage.
Hmm.
So sometimes they have a cup. I don't ask them what's in their cup. I allow them to bring in food and beverage, and that's just where I leave that at.
Okay. Okay. So when you look forward to the rest of this year and into next year, what do you want Tru Leaf Virginia Cigar Lounge to have accomplished?
Well, I just like I'm a social person. I love social spaces. I really just want to create and continue to be a social environment, a grown-up adult R&B social environment. We normally are playing R&B music. It would normally be on, but I turned it off for the video here. But normally we sit back, we play R&B, we do karaoke. I'm working on my outside patio area. I have one in front of the building. We're going to do a bigger one behind the building that's going to be even nicer. And I can't wait to show you guys what it looks like once it's finished. But yeah, that's the biggest thing. I just want to continue to sell cigars, offer hookah, and just be a great spot. I mean, I'm not necessarily your end of the night spot because I do close at 11 on some nights, but there are going to be times where we're going to be open till 1, possibly 2 o'clock in the morning if the party's good.
So you mentioned that you are right next to the naval base. So do you have a lot of the Navy or let's say military
Yeah.
customers coming in?
Yes, I do have about 60% of my business is the military. I
Wow.
also have the longshoremen. Their parking lot is directly behind my building. So when they come or when they're at work or they get that break or whatever, they'll come around and they'll grab cigars to smoke while they're at work. So yes, ma'am.
Wow. That's
Between the military
amazing.
and the longshoremen, yes, ma'am.
So are there events that's geared toward the longshoremen and the military? Like, first or,
Definitely. I've had a couple of different events. I've had a Chiefs Herf where a bunch of the Navy Chiefs got together and they all came in to fellowship and smoke cigars. I've
wow.
also had promotions here done by the military when, the ship comes in. We get a bunch of shipmates come in and they pass out award ceremonies.
Wow.
I've done several birthday parties for the guys out there in the longshoremen. Some of their wives we've had. If you look on my Instagram page, I basically show what we do here so people can get an understanding of what we do and how we do it.
So what would you say the percentage of, because, women smokers are becoming, pretty popular. So what would you say is what is the percentage of your women cigar smokers that come in?
Actually, believe it or not, I have a lot of women that actually smoke cigars. I mean, it's a cigar lounge, so I get a lot of single ladies that come in here. And a lot of times they come in looking for men, and then I don't have any men for them to talk to. But I do have a very good customer base as far as ladies that come in.
Okay, so when you foresee that, moving forward, are there other people, like other women, like you mentioned the young lady that helped you in opening the lounge?
Yes.
Is there, I guess, what I want to say, is there any thought to making a second lounge? Like, I know some people, they open up their first one and it's become so popular that they say, well, let's open up a second location.
Yes, ma'am. Right now, I definitely would love to open up another location. I'd love to have a location now that I know what it takes in order to have an alcohol license and have the food venue. I would love to open up a second location that actually does cater to the food and beverage as well as the alcohol and still be a cigar lounge. So I would
Gotcha.
definitely love to do that. But at this moment, with me working a full-time 9 to 5, um, I'm not ready to do that quite yet. But as I get closer to my retirement with Dominion, I've been there 23 years. As I get closer to my retirement with them, of course, I will be looking to expand and possibly move into a bigger space or a better space where I can still cater to my military, still cater to my longshoremen, but I would be able to serve alcohol as well.
So, what went into the thought behind all of your furnishings? Because I was drawn to, I love the oversized seats. And it's open. I love the color scheme. Like, was that a thought process? Did someone help you with that, or was that something that you knew that, you know what, if I'm able to do it, this is what it's going to be?
Well, a lot of the ideas are my own. I have had some help. I won't say that I did it all on my own. I had a bunch of people that I talked to and conversed with to see what they thought. The oversized couching, that part to me, I thought it was great because it made it seem like a living room.
Mm-hmm.
You're much more comfortable. I mean, I'm sitting at a table here now, but when you're sitting in those couches and you can relax a little bit, you're watching the TVs, you're watching sports. Of course, we had the Sunday ticket football season. We'll be getting into basketball very soon here. But when you're sitting on that couch and you're watching the game, I just want that relaxed atmosphere where you feel comfortable, where, you know, if the kids are running around at home and you don't want to be there, you can come out here, hang out with us for a little while and get a little relaxation and enjoy it.
Now, is that a mural in the back? Like, I see it in a lot of the social, because it's a great social media backdrop.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that a mural, or is that like panels? What is it? Because it's beautiful.
That was actually hand painted by a gentleman by the name of Parrish Majestic here in Norfolk, Virginia. He's a local artist, but he does some great work. So I brought him in. I told him what my vision was. I showed him a couple of pictures that I had seen, and I said, well, listen, I'd love to have something like this on my wall. He came in and actually spray painted that whole thing on my wall.
Oh,
It
wow.
took him about 2 weeks to get it completed to where it is. And then once he got it completed, my contractors, Paradise Builders, he came in and said, look, let's put some LED lights that change color. That's the reason why it looks like it's changing color the whole time, because
Right.
of the paint is iridescent, and then with the color scheme changing the lighting, it just worked out. And that is one of the beautiful features of my building. I also have some beautiful features in my bathroom as well. Parrish Majestic, I didn't do a man and a ladies bathroom, but in one of my bathrooms, he does have the ladies mural, and in the other bathroom, he has a men's mural, which I thought was great.
Mm-hmm. I'm cannot wait to come through to Hampton. Because once I saw it, and I've been Instagram stalking. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just Instagram stalking, and I look to see everything that you're doing, and it's like, man, that's a place that I really want to go and smoke a cigar at. So besides your anniversary celebration that you're going to be doing this week, is there anything else that you have coming up that you want to let us know about?
Well, we definitely have events all the time. You definitely have to check with us. We're gonna do a car show here. We're gonna do a car show here in my parking lot in April, just to get ready for a bigger car show that I do down in North Carolina called the King of the Streets.
Okay.
But yeah, we definitely do a lot of events here. You would really have to stay up on my Instagram page. I'm always trying to post and letting people know what we have going on and when we have it going on.
And like I said, I've been watching your Instagram page, so I kind of sort of know everything that you have coming up. And do you do pop-up events? Like, are you one of those guys that'll say, hey, let me just go pop up here, and so people can see who you are?
I definitely do. There was one point where on Wednesdays, we used to call it Women Wednesdays. And so we would let women that own small businesses, that had their own little small business going on, we would let them come in, set up their table. They could sell their products. They could distribute products. They could show people how to make them. We've done paint and sips as well. I'm getting ready to break into something new I've never done before. I have a candle maker, and he's going
Ooh.
to come in and he's going to teach people how to make their own candles. I mean, he does sell the candle kits, but he's going to come in, he's going to sell some of his candles, as well as he's going to have the ladies or men or whoever comes in
Mhm.
for the let them make their own candles. They can pick different scents that they can put in their candle. And then at that point, they know how to make their own candles. So they can buy the kit from him and continue to make their own candles.
Wow. So I did notice that at some point there was, I think it was a birthday party, maybe. I saw a lot of smoking jackets. So do you think that smoking jackets are making a return?
Yes, the smoking jackets with the hat. I think that event was hard bottoms and blazers. So what we do, I'm also a Mason as well. So I got a bunch of my Mason brothers to come in. We all did our hard bottoms. We all did the blazers. Some of the gentlemen wore hats. So that's definitely that classic man look. I love it. I like to do it. So we will have some classic man events where we can have people come in and wear their hats. Actually, I think one of the events you're referring to is a hat derby. Of
Okay.
course, you know, they have the Kentucky Derby where
Right.
the people go out and they wear those big fancy hats. Well, we came in and we decided we'd do a hat derby.
Hmm.
So we'd have the guys come in, wear their hats. I mean, of course, the hat thing is popping right now in the cigar world.
Hmm.
So we brought everybody in. We let them model down our runway down here, and then we gave a prize to the person that did the best strut, best walk, best hat. Basically, we just had a lot of fun with the people who come in.
Okay. So speaking of the Kentucky Derby, are you doing anything special for that weekend?
We might try to bring back the hat derby because it
Okay.
was really successful last year. We had a customer come in and request to do it. So at that moment, it just took off and it took on a life of its own. You wouldn't believe we had probably more seats. We didn't even have enough seats for everyone. We had to bring in our patio furniture from out front to
Wow.
give everybody a seat for that. Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Well, I'm going to be looking out for it. So tell everyone where they can find you. I know where to find you at, but tell everyone where they can find you on social media.
Okay. I'm on Instagram. I'm Tru underscore Leaf underscore VA on Instagram. On Facebook, I'm Tru Leaf VA. And that's where you would find me on social media. I've got a TikTok. It's also Tru Leaf VA as well.
Okay. And I have enjoyed this. I cannot wait to come to Hampton, Virginia. Now I got to find a reason. I don't need the reason to come to Hampton, Virginia. If there's cigars, I'm there.
Definitely let me know. Well, listen, we'll make some fun of it. We'll definitely celebrate you. I definitely want to thank you for allowing me to be on your podcast. I definitely would say if you get a chance, let me know early. Man, we'll put it on the red carpet for you. Make sure we got a food truck out here. We'll definitely make sure we have some fun with the DJ and everything else for you.
Oh, okay. Listen, it don't tempt me with a good time because I'm gonna be calling. I'll be sending you a message like, "Hey, I'm on my way. I'm coming in a couple of weeks."
Matter of fact, let me tell you what I do have a really big event coming up. It's our annual Hook Day. Now, what it is it's really GTG. If anybody knows the good time,
Yes.
if anybody knows how the good time gang gets down, that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be August the 9th. We're not parking any cars in my parking lot. The
Okay.
parking lot is gonna be for our fun, for our guests. Last year, the ladies had tents. One lady had a whole living room set up under her tent out there. We smoked cigars and just enjoyed each other with the fellowship. That is one of our bigger events, and I definitely want to plug that. August the 9th, here at Tru Leaf, 8011 Hampton Boulevard in Norfolk, Virginia.
Okay, y'all heard it. GTG gang gonna be there, and I know the Southern Maryland president or mayor. I'm sorry, mayor. So I'm sure she gonna be telling me, "Hey, you gotta come down," and she know I'm gonna be there. So
Well, I can't wait to have fun with you guys. Definitely stop in and see me. I'm here every day after 5. I do have some wonderful team. I do have a wonderful team that works with me. Mia is one of them. Red is the other one. We also have King Lenny. If you ever get a chance to come down here and see King Lenny, definitely come and see him. He's a whole character. He's a great guy to be around.
Well, shout out to your team and a shout out to you for opening up this lounge right here in the Hampton, Virginia area. And like I said, I can't wait to come down there and meet you in person. We've met online, so now we got to meet in person.
Sounds great to me. Thank you very much.
You have a great rest of your marvelous Monday.
You do the same.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye.